We are just 1 month away from San Diego's Pride Parade. It's among the largest in the nation, attracting more than 250,000 people. Kaiser Permanente is a sponsor of our coverage of the Pride Parade this year, and for the very first time, it's airing live on television on the CW. So joining us now with more is Dr. Jay Mongiardo. He's a primary care physician at Kaiser. Doctor, thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
It was fun just talking in the break about how exciting, even just in this Pride Parade this year, 100 doctors,
over 100 physicians and
float.
staff are going to be on our float and walking with it. Isn't it great?
So
yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
So the theme this year is about the history, and we're going to talk about, let's actually talk about Kaiser's history with supporting the LGBTQ and being diverse in the community.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, diversity is a part of our DNA. We've been supporting the LGBTQ plus community for our whole existence. We've been marching and celebrating in Pride parades in California for 30 years. So it's really just exciting for us to be able to give an opportunity to improve and celebrate the LGBTQ plus.
Outside of the Pride Parade and the Pride Weekend, in what ways does Kaiser support the LGBTQ community?
That's a great question. So we actually have a diversity council that helps us constantly improve the care experience we give to our LGBTQ plus and all our diverse groups. One thing we recently did was turn on a feature in our electronic health record that allowed people to individually identify their preferred name, their preferred gender identity, and their preferred pronouns. So every time they come in, everyone who greets them has the opportunity to treat them as the individual they are.
That's new. That's new, not just for Kaiser, but I would guess in your industry.
I would imagine. I don't know. We've been, celebrating all diversity in the whole community for decades. Kaiser is one of the first organizations to recognize domestic partnerships. It's been a part of us for 75 years. So.
Recognizing domestic partnerships among your staff or among patients?
Well, back in the day when it was first allowed, we were supporting it with our patients and with our staff, and we constantly improve, our education individual for the doctors and the staff we have, and we offer everything we can do to make sure that every person who comes in gets the care and respect they deserve.
Okay, so let's talk about, as you guys get ready and prep for the Pride Parade,
Sure.
How do you decide who's going to get to ride? Because it's a fun day. I would guess a lot of people want to participate.
We're going to be open and let every single person who wants to participate come in and do it. We're celebrating Pride this year, and so that'll include, many people from Kaiser Permanente.
And so have you participated before?
Sure, absolutely. Yeah, we have a booth at the festival, which we always love to have, and get to talk to individuals one-on-one there. And I've worked on that a number of times. Yeah,
what do people to come to the booth? What kind of information do they get at the booth? What do they come and say to you or ask you?
That's an interesting question because anything. So they're going to ask about a doctor, maybe, who we might recommend. They might want to know more about LGBT plus care and what they can do. How can they access different types of PrEP or whatever the health care question they might have. So it's nice to be a physician there to be able to help them. But then obviously any services we offer, we're going to discuss that with them, or oftentimes we just give away cool little tchotchkes as well.
I bet that is a great service that Kaiser does, to have people be able to ask doctors there on site any questions.
Yeah, I think we're there to support them and do whatever we can to make them feel respected and give them an opportunity to see who we are as people, because we're part of the community ourselves. So it's great.
Doctor, thanks so much for joining us. We really appreciate you, and we'll see you on July 20th.
Sounds great. Thanks for having me.
And again, here at CBS 8, we are a proud partner with San Diego Pride, and for the first time, we'll be airing that parade live on the CW San Diego. You can watch Saturday, July 20th, starting at 10 a.m. We'll also be live streaming the parade on CBS 8 Plus and our digital platforms.